Hello, I'm Joe May, Chancellor of Dallas College, formerly known as the Dallas County Community College District. And I want to thank our host, College Promise, for another great day of insights and perspectives from across the educational and business landscape as part of the 3-day College Promise Careers Institute. And I specifically want to thank Dr. Martha Cantor, who serves as CEO of College Promise. Dr. Cantor and I serve on the National Advisory Board of College Promise, together along with many leaders in higher education and business. And I'm always grateful for the opportunity to share my thoughts on how the Dallas County Promise is partnering with many of our area stakeholders to provide real solutions and real opportunities for our local community to transform their lives through higher education. And if you're like me, this is likely your 4th or 5th virtual meeting today. And as much as I miss meeting with all of you in person to exchange ideas and discuss our similar challenges and opportunities, I am grateful that we can at least continue meeting in this virtual setting. Given the pandemic's current state and its impact on our nation, virtual meetings have forced many of us to become video experts. But truthfully, the transition to virtual learning has not been as easy for many of our students. Many students have not only faced technology challenges, they or their families have been impacted directly by what the coronavirus pandemic has done to the local and national economy. We have heard from many students and parents in survival mode who are struggling to see the light and wonder how they will make it through this pandemic. It isn't easy to keep them focused on their educational dreams in a truly unprecedented time like this. But we must keep trying because their very futures are at stake. And while some of the challenges facing our students are new, many of them face existing barriers that we are actively working to address and overcome. That's why the Dallas County Promise is so vital to our community. After all, a multifaceted problem requires a multifaceted solution. When we launched Dallas County Promise, we knew that its success could not rely on a single institution. We knew that it would take a coalition of school districts, colleges, universities, employers, and community organizations to join forces to help more Dallas County students complete college and begin careers. This career-connected learner network approach has been the real secret to our success. Since its creation, Dallas County Promise has grown tremendously and now includes 57 Promise High Schools. Students from each partner high school sign a pledge allowing them the opportunity to first attend Dallas College and then to complete the remainder of their education at one of our 9 partner universities, all free of charge. As a collective of regional employers, colleges, and universities in the Dallas area, we are keenly aware of the talent and wealth gaps that existed even before COVID entered the equation. We know how critical a well-educated workforce is for Texas and our local economy. Our data shows that while Dallas County is one of the fastest growing economic regions in the country, the number of people living in poverty has increased 42% over the last 15 years. Additionally, 65% of living wage jobs require some form of education beyond high school. Yet, only 37% of adults in Dallas County have a post-high school credential. Set aside the evident economic impact for a moment and consider these families and communities' real impacts. Imagine having to work 2 minimum wage jobs to make ends meet instead of 1 living wage job. However, there's certainly a lot to unpack considering how this job scenario can impact the amount of time spent with family, potential health concerns, career trajectory, and overall quality of life. Furthermore, the effects of these short and long-term concerns stand to impact the most vulnerable and underserved among us. Statistics show that white adults are 3 times more likely to earn a living wage than Black and Hispanic adults. A glaring issue that speaks to the importance of ensuring diversity, equity, and inclusion remain at the forefront of all that we do. Figures like these are why we do this. They are why this fight to make higher education accessible to everyone is essential. Whether it's a certificate or associate's degree Gone are the days of viewing a post-high school credential as a luxury. Increasingly, it has become clear that the level of knowledge and skill provided by higher learning institutions like Dallas College are components essential to advancing in the ever-changing economy of today and tomorrow. For so many students, the desire to pursue higher education is often met with the stark realities of paying for it. U.S. News and World Report tracked the higher ed cost over the last 20 years and found that in-state tuition and fees at public national universities have grown by more than 200%, making the prospect of attending college entirely out of the reach for many. The Dallas County Promise helps alleviate some of the financial burden of paying for college by providing scholarships that pay any of the balance of tuition not covered by federal or state financial aid at any participating Promise partner college. This is an absolute game changer in higher education. The program has also served as a means of executing our mission at Dallas College to transform lives and communities through higher education. The Promise program, including the Parent Promise, lifts a burden for many students and their parents who may otherwise find the notion of attending college precisely that, just a notion. Due to a lack of resources and accessibility, they assume college is not possible. And that was certainly the case for Amaya Favors. A graduate of Lancaster High School, a Promise school, Amaya is now a freshman continuing her educational journey at Dallas College's Cedar Valley campus. And for Amaya, the prospect of attending college was one filled with fear more than excitement. Her fears were mainly due to hearing of the challenges others had experienced within the college setting. Despite the initial trepidation, Amaya finds motivation by focusing on her career aspirations. She ultimately hopes to pursue a career in photography, digital art, and design. With those career goals in mind, Amaya has vowed to work hard, dedicating herself to succeeding educationally, with hopes of becoming the woman she believes she can be. And with the assistance of Dallas College Promise, Amaya's college path is now free of the financial roadblocks many students often encounter. A roadblock that is often so great students sometimes see no path forward. Amaya's story, one of determination and passion, is sure to serve not only as a testament to the Promise program's success, but also as an inspiration for other students who feel a college career is too far from their reach. After all, it's a feeling that was all too familiar for Amaya's mother, Michelle. It wasn't until Michelle witnessed the success Amaya was having as part of the Promise program that she too realized it's never too late to pursue a college education. Michelle initially set out to obtain her associate degree from one of our campuses. Still, as many of us can attest to, life happened, and her educational dream was put on hold to raise her 4 children. 27 years later, and with her daughter, Amaya, serving as both her inspiration and support, Michelle is on track to completing coursework at Dallas College to earn her degree through the Parent Promise program. She plans to pursue a career in STEM, an ever-evolving field that is sure to benefit from the skill and perspective Michelle brings to this field. Much like the Dallas County Promise, the Parent Promise is a scholarship program that provides a pathway for parents to earn a certificate or associate degree, all at absolutely no cost, to Promise program students' eligible parents. I am tremendously proud of students like Michelle and Amaya for their courage, willingness, and tenacity to not only set their sights on earning a degree, but for making it happen. And of course, I'm biased, but what better place for them to receive their education than from Dallas College? Several years ago, we heard from our students that textbooks' rising cost was a significant concern for them. Therefore, we partnered with our bookstore provider to begin helping students like Amaya and Michelle overcome this additional barrier. As part of our Include Ed program, the cost of textbooks and learning materials was reduced by as much as 50%. Best of all, they are included in the price of tuition. It may seem trivial, but the cost of textbooks kept many of our students from purchasing them for up to several weeks after classes had started, putting them behind academically. Now they can access the books and materials they need on the first day of class. Likewise, when it comes to overcoming barriers, just as important as having the necessary resources is perhaps one of the more overlooked components of the Dallas County Promise Program, and that's access to a dedicated success coach. Now imagine that you're the first in your family to attend college, and you have no concept of the expectations and requirements for successfully navigating college life. Success coaches are with our students every step of the way and serve as a mentor, informal counselor, and advocate. In many ways, it's like having a VIP experience from a tour guide who's not only seen the exhibit many times, but can share all the extra information and insight that you might miss otherwise. For far too long, we have seen how students are hindered by their inability to pay for college. Many lack the resources and support to ensure that they start their educational journey and stick with it. This support was especially important during the unforeseen pandemic. The Dallas County Promise ensures that all students, regardless of financial circumstance, have access to higher education and a living wage job. And ultimately, providing access to the education they need is a significant first step. We cannot lose focus on the outcome of a well-paying job. A well-paying job can help uplift and sustain a community and our local economy. And earning a degree or credential is now a reality within reach, a fact that places our students on a pathway filled with limitless opportunity. And while the program is our promise to provide students with guidance and training that prepares them for the workforce, it also serves as students' promise to themselves, a promise to remain committed, concentrating on the value of higher education, and completing that journey from start to finish. Thank you.